This is my Ugreen Nexode power bank na nabili ko sa Shopee. Sa video na to, re-reviewin natin tong power bank na to. I bought this power bank on January this year. Nakaka 8 months na din siya sa akin. Pero minsan ko lang siya gamitin. Mostly pag naalis. Magsimula tayo sa build quality and design. Meron itong smooth metal looking finish, which looks great. Mukhang di rin siya kapitin ng dumi. It has a little bit of heft to it. Personally, for me, di ko naman siya masyadong pansin, pero I see some people na baka mabigatan dito. Under the power bank, meron din tong rubber feet, which is great. For the screen, merong very simple matte screen. Sinasabi nito yung percentage at saka may mga faces din. Dahil matte yung screen, it is very easy to see kahit under direct light. Perfect when used outdoors. Meron din itong button on the right side. You can use this para malaman yung percentage ng power bank. And also para mag-switch sa low current mode, which is according sa manual used for charging devices like smartwatch. Pero I am pretty sure na this is something that most people would not use. For the ports, meron tong 2 USB-Cs at 1 USB-A. Dumako naman tayo sa specifications ng power bank na to. What I bought is yung 20,000 mAh na battery. For the ports, yung USB 1 supports 100 watts output as stated sa label and also 65 watts charging sa power bank mismo. For charging fast, I use the charger na included sa phone ko which charges up to 67 watts. And okay naman, gumagana. USB 2 supports 30 watts max in and out. And lastly, itong USB-A supports 95 watts max. We can test itong power bank if it can reach 100 watts dahil wala akong testing tools. But in my experience, itong power bank na to can charge my phone as fast ng wired charger ko na 67 watts. I noticed na hindi siya gumana sa ITEL RS4 na supported hanggang 45 watts. I don't know kung bakit, pero I think maybe ITEL uses their own fast charge protocol. Sa specs din ng power bank, nakastate yung quick charge at USB power delivery. Kaya ako nagka-idea na baka iba. Pero again, I'm not sure. I will keep you updated kung mapapagana ko siya o hindi. If I would have a nitpick, I think yung wala siyang built-in wire kagaya ng ibang power bank. Dahil of course, kailangan mo pa magdala ng cable na supported yung max charge. Yes, merong included the Type-C pero of course, mas convenient dalhin yung meron ng wire na built-in para diretso saksak na lang. If you want a power bank na affordable na may malaking capacity at okay lang sa'yo na hindi siya kabilisan mag-charge at mag-charge ng device, then maybe this is not for you. Pero if you have a device na merong fast charging na 45 watts and above, or maybe nagcha-charge ka lang ng power bank at the last minute, you want premium finish at galing sa reputable brand, for its price, medyo mahal talaga. If you really need or like fast charging on both input and output, then maybe this power bank is for you. If you are planning to buy this, remember to look out for discounts. Upon checking, umabot siya ng around 2,000 pesos. Pero when I bought this, nasa around 1,400 pesos lang to. For pros and cons, for pros, specifications, 100 watts output, 65 watts input, that is very good for power banks, lalo na pag pinag-compare sa ibang power banks na sobrang tagal i-charge at mag-charge. For cons, price. For a power bank, medyo pricey ito. If you really just want a power bank na may malaking capacity and you don't really care sa bilis ng charging, I think you should not go with this. Things to note, always use USB 1 first. Dahil yun ang may pinakamalaking support sa charging and output. 65 watts input at 100 watts for output. So yun lang guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you again next time.